Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here. Welcome back to the Tower of Fantasy video. Alright, so this video we're going to talk about the goal equipments, alright, generally what you want to prioritize and a couple of mistakes that you want to avoid, especially right now. I think most of us are at the level 50 to 55 mark range. So hopefully this video can give you guys an idea on how you want to proceed with your goal equipments. And I know that there's that guy dancing in the background doing the Oppa Gangnam Style lines. So yeah, for the past couple of days, I have been spending my vitality in a very different way. So usually I'll go to Interstellar Exploration, alright, and I'll be farming these things, the stargates, right? So the stargates, easily you can tell this one is a 1 star, alright, but it has the yellow one. This one is a 1 star yellow one. So you can tell if this is 3, if it's like 1 and 3, 1 main one and 3 secondary one, then you can tell that's a 2 star. But if I get a 3 star, I would go and do it. This is a 2 star, for example, right? If it's 3 star, then it's 2 main one and 1 secondary one. So that one is a 2 star. Alright, like nothing spectacular right here, nothing great right here. Of course, Interstellar Exploration is good if you're trying to build up a bunch of weapons. So if you are not aware, your weapons, you're trying to level it up, you're gonna need those materials, right? But now, a lot of our weapons are locked until level 55. So from 50 to 55, I do think the best approach is to try to get these gold equipments from the joint ops. So that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days, and I got pretty lucky with some of it. Now, if you guys are not aware, the joint operation, it depends on the day, right? So some days certain things are open. Difficulty 6 this is the one that you want to do. You can get for example, the pants right here. You can see there's 4 random stats, right? But it's actually, there are some stats that are better than others. So keep that in mind. And then you can get spolders right here. So far, I haven't been getting lucky with any of the matrices or metrics. So I've just been getting some equipments. I've been getting 2 gold equipments by farming joint ops every single day. So this is the gold equipments that I have. So let me show it to you guys. So I managed to get 1 fortress braces and 1 the boots, the fortress sobatons. So the boots is by far the best one you want to obtain, and for now I think most players want to prioritize on getting the boots because it gives you attack. Now even though the boots is the best one, it's actually one of the toughest stage. I'm not sure if these buffs they change every week, but you can see right here for this week it's only open on Thursday and Sunday, but you can see enemy receives 50% volt damage, enemy receives 50% physical damage. So before you go in, make sure you guys pay attention to these things. Although you can still swap your weapons after you enter, but try to be very careful, alright? You can also take advantage of foot buffs, etc. if you want to. So this one is pretty good for beginners. If you are new, you think your CS is a bit on the lower side, maybe the quarantine area, try to farm for the braces. So the braces is going to give you, I wouldn't say the braces is the best, but I think the second best. But this stage you can see there's no enemy buffs, which is pretty cool. So they don't get like any resistance whatsoever. The equipment, random stats, hopefully I can give you guys a better idea on what you want to pay attention to. So for example, the Bastion Armor, alright, so let me show you guys the Bastion Armor. So this is the armor. Let me Google translate it because this is a Chinese website, right? So you can see these are the 5 stats that you can get from the armor, alright? So you either get attack, you either get the life, which is HP, all resist, or you get either thunder, fire, ice, physical attack, or you get either one of these physical resistances. So depending on which one you want. Now which one is the best one? Obviously, out of these, the universal one is going to be the best. So the attack, the HP, this is by far going to be the best stat. So ideally, if you, let's say you get unlucky, you get an armor, but it has like thunder resistance, fire resistance, ice resistance, and physical resistance. That's the 4 stats that you get. I wouldn't keep that. Personally, I wouldn't keep that. So you have to like look carefully based on the stats that you get. So I think the boots have the ability to get a crit, which is why it's much more sought after. So let me show you guys. So this one you can see you get attack, you get crit, you get HP. If you get crit on your boots, please keep it. That's like already a very good one. It's kind of rare to get crit. So for now, at least early on, if you get something with crit, I would highly suggest keeping it, which is what happened with mine. I actually got lucky with my boots as well. I think my boots is pretty good compared to my braces. So you can see my braces, the random stats is HP, resistance, frost attack, and flame resistance, which is the resistance and flame resistance, I wouldn't bother with this, but this is what I got on my boots, right? So you can see I got crit, I got attack, which is a universal one, I got HP, and I get frost attack. So I'm very happy with my boots. I'm pretty sure this is probably as lucky as I can get. Now, unless you want to be a tank, I wouldn't keep something like that gives you multiple resistances. For example, like this one, you can see I get volt resistance and physical resistance here. You can actually get unlucky and get like multiple resistance, but so far you can see this one gives me physical resistance, flame resistance. Unless you want to be like a main tank, I wouldn't keep the one with too much resistance. So a big shout out to this user from Reddit, SappyXD. So I'm gonna refer to this picture from him. Definitely appreciate the effort that he put into this, making this simple chart for us to look at what would be the best things you want to go for, ideally in all your equipments. What did it? You can see for boots and for the gloves. So these two is where you can get crit. So crit is going to be a priority. You want to get flat attack as well. And then depending on what elemental you want to go for, either thunder, fire, ice, or physical attack plus 96. So this would be the best combination for the boots and for the gloves. Now for the rest, alright, so ideally you want to get attack and HP because the other equipments you cannot get crit. Sadly, only the boots and the gloves you can get crit. Let's see, do I get crit right here? No, I get volt resistance. This is kind of bad. Alright, that one is kind of bad. So keep that in mind. I will leave a link to this post in the description below so you guys can, refer to this picture. But yeah, for everything else, the priority you want to either get attack, HP, and the rest of these, if possible, one of these elemental attack. Now, one thing that I want you guys to be very cautious about is in the future, CN server actually has this, a CN game. They have multiple presets for you to use multiple equipment slots. So we don't have this yet. We have presets, for example, in our relics. So if you guys are not aware, in our relics, I hope you guys know this by now, but we can use multiple presets. And in the game, how you want to swap between that preset, you can just press G, and that allows you to change the preset for relics. Now there's a similar thing apparently for backpack, for the equipments in the CN version. I'm not sure if you can toggle between them, but you can swap between them. You can have multiple presets for your characters. If you're running like a physical build, physical tip, you can use like a physical preset and so forth. Alright, you can have one frost preset, you can have one fire preset. So if you guys get multiple gold gears or gold equipments for now, I wouldn't sacrifice them yet. Like try to enhance or advance them. I would skip multiple, like in case that thing actually come to global, and I think it will. Alright, so keep that in mind. Hopefully you guys do not go and like sacrifice or go and like try and advance here, because the more advanced you can basically choose a similar things as well. So please don't advance any of your other gold equipments for the time being. The meta in CN, I think all of you guys already know, it revolves around a mono element. So they are building like physical team, for example, and then they are going to use everything that gives a physical attack, for example, right? And then if you are building like a frost team, and then try to have an equipment that gives frost attack and so forth. So that's like, I think that's like the end goal. If you plan to play this game in the long run, that's going to be the super end goal for you to be able to do the hardest content in the game. So one more thing that I want you guys to keep in mind. Alright, so hopefully you guys haven't made this mistake yet. Let's talk about the advancement. Alright, so I think you guys are aware by now. So most of these equipments, most of these gears, you can either enhance or you can advance them. So notice when you enhance them, you're gonna need the booster module, and then this advancement module you will need every 5 times when you enhance. But the advancement, you can increase their star, right? So from 1 star to 2 star to 3 star to 4 star. Now, by now, I'm sure you guys are aware, no matter what, you can always enhance your gear and it will carry over to the next gear. So hopefully you guys are aware of that. So when you equip a new gear, just make sure to click the retain and it will retain the plus that you have. But regarding advancement, you can also carry over sort of the EXP, but you have to pay very close attention to the stars. So if you advance EXP, the EXP bar is like halfway, do not use it yet. Make sure to advance the gear to like fully 2 stars or 3 stars before you use it as an advancement material. Now let me explain what I'm talking about. So let's give you guys an example. Right now I have this particular shoulder guards. This is 2 star, right? So if I come here and I advance this particular one, okay, notice this will only give me this much EXP in the advancement, right? But if it was reverse, right? So I'm going to equip the other one, So now I'm gonna use the 2-star as an advancement and I'm gonna show you guys. Boom. Notice how much more EXP I get, right? So if you have something that you're working on towards the advancement, make sure you complete all the way instead of like letting it be halfway or 70% there. Because if you use that as a sacrificial for advancement material, it will all go to waste. But if you increase it all the way to 1-star or all the way to 2-star, then it will give you like much more EXP than it should. So yeah, that's an important note for you guys to, you know, be very wary of. If some of your equipments are like halfway there or almost there, just complete it all the way until 1-star, 2-star or 3-star before you use it as an advancement material, so you get much more out of the EXP. Alright, so that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you guys haven't already, subscribe, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.